edge right here.
Carroll presents high schools.
We welcome you to historic Merchants Park in Carroll for high school baseball coverage on 93.7 KKRL. Tonight we get to enjoy the crosstown matchup featuring the 13-12 Kuemper Knights and the 7-16 Carroll Tigers. Both teams have struggled the past few days, going a combined 1-8 since Friday, but a win tonight in this rivalry matchup could turn some frowns upside down. Our pregame show is brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and online at MackeyMotors.com. We come to you from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And I think it's only fitting that for tonight's broadcast, we have a Kuemper grad and a Carroll grad in the booth. Casey Miners joins me. I'm Nick Brinks. And I got to thinking, with Jeff Blankman having been the sports director for the last 20 years, I can't imagine he has missed too many Carroll Kuemper baseball games. He gave me a shot to do it this year, and I got to thinking, when is the last time this baseball matchup has had a Kuemper grad and a Carroll grad in the booth? We're going to pretend that we looked it up and we have the data to say that this is the first time in history. I have no idea if that's true, but it sounds cool. Casey, good to have you on for the broadcast tonight, and I don't even know if we've done a game together. I
don't think we ever
have.
Usually when you're doing a game, I'm out doing a game, but I've filmed a couple times when you've done games. I know we're going to football games up at Valley and everything like that. So,
along with our KKRL sports coverage tonight, you can watch tonight's matchup on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, thanks to a Fun Top and Jeans where the name says it all. You'll be a busy man tonight. You're going to provide some color commentary and also run our video coverage tonight. Let's talk about this matchup. Kuemper almost came into this one tonight having dropped their last four, but right when Coach Bach saw the starting lineup for Game 2 last night in the Glenwood doubleheader, he realized that they're pitching an ineligible pitcher.
Yep.
If we just let them go, they're going to have to forfeit this game. They didn't have to finish the game. Both teams said, let's finish it. Kind of an inexcusable mistake, I suppose, for
Yes.
a coach to make that call. But nonetheless, that snapped a little losing streak for Kuemper. They come in 2-3 in their last 5. Carroll has dropped their last 5 since last Thursday when they beat South Central Calhoun here in town. But overall, both of these teams, I think they would like to be a little higher in their conference standings, a little better in the win column at this point in the season. But I think both coaches, first-year head coaches, kind of, not really, but kind of in a rebuilding phase. It's just, there have been some growing pains and some trying times for both of these programs this year. But I tell you what, if you beat Kuemper as the Carroll Tigers, or if you're the Kuemper Knights and you beat the Carroll Tigers,
you got bragging rights.
You're gonna sleep pretty well tonight. So you can cure a lot of ails here with a win this evening.
I think so too. And you mentioned both coaches in their first years. I think if you look at what Kuemper lost last year compared to what they brought back this year, people wouldn't think that Kemper's right around 500. And they've pitched well, they've played defense well, they've hit the ball well. And Carroll struggled. The last couple of games, their pitching has struggled. We'll see if they can get the pitching going tonight. They got Slade, not Slade, I almost called him Slade, but Stone Siebenaller on the hill tonight. And arguably probably Carroll's best player, best pitcher, has been banged to hit up the last couple of times he's pitched. Let's see if he can kind of get it going tonight in a big rivalry game.
I was looking at this matchup from a year ago. It was a one-run win, 5-4 for the Knights. Only 3 or 4 starters from that Kuemper team returned. Everybody else was a senior, and they were a little down last year, finishing right around 500. So, like you said, the fact that they are around 500 this year says a lot about what Coach Bach is doing with a pretty young group of guys. And then on the other side, you've got Coach Lukin, first-year head coach, but he's been assisting quite a while. And he's got a bunch of fresh faces this year, and they're still trying to find where they fit into things. And playing in the Raccoon River, you know it's going to be a gauntlet each and every night. Still looking for that first conference win of the season, and it won't obviously come tonight unless you listen to the rumors out there of all the conference realignment. Who knows? Maybe someday this could be a conference matchup. I would be rooting for that if that were to happen. But talk about the Tigers and some of the struggles. But maybe some of the bright spots for them this year.
I think they've hit a lot better than I think people thought, especially the younger kids coming in that have played. I know that Shable at one point of the season got moved up to the leadoff spot, especially because he was putting the bat on the ball. And same with Carson Tedros, hit the ball really well for him this year. And I think Talon Crandall's been a pleasant surprise. He pitched a lot last year and needed to due to injury for Carroll. And he's hit the ball really well for him, plays a little bit of first and third. And I think what Carroll's issue so far has been this year is they haven't quite found where people fit in yet. They've had a lot of different lineups out there, a lot of kids playing different positions, and I think that's partly due to how young they are, especially around the diamond. But it's going to be easier tonight, I think, when you got a senior on the hill.
And we were talking before we went on the air. For the first part of the season, Mason Stitz was not in the batting lineup. He was fielding, but he was being hit for.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that you put him in the batting lineup, and he has taken off, and he has played exceptional baseball here the last few weeks as a starter.
He has. I was telling you, I thought he started getting his zone at bats right about when Carroll had their invitational, and he's hitting like over 400 since then. So yeah, he's been great, and it's one of those few bright spots of where Carroll has had so much change on the positions and stuff like that you see a kid like that come in and gets his at bats, and gets his playing time, and he's not. I don't think they're going to DH for him anymore this year.
I love the story where you get a guy that gets a shot in the batting lineup and then he never relinquishes it. Those are some of the most fun stories to come out of the baseball diamond. And right now, Mason Stitz has proven to be one of those guys in the area. It's our Mackey Motors pregame show. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and online at MackeyMotors.com. We've got video coverage tonight with the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, thanks to a Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll, where the name says it all. Kuemper, although the scoreboard initially said Kuemper dropped a doubleheader last night to Glenwood, 12-2 and 7-3, officially it goes down as a 7-0 win and a 7-3 loss in that split DH to Glenwood last night here in town. And then Carroll fell on the road, one of their longest road trips of the year, for a doubleheader. It was a tough night. They dropped both 16-1 and 10-0. And as I mentioned last year, Kuemper eked out a close win. Really the last 4 years, it's been Kuemper with the win, but they've all been competitive, 5-4, 5-3, 5-2, and 6-5. It's gone to the seventh inning every year, and I think tonight we may very well see that same thing going down to the wire.
I think tonight we're going to see it for sure, especially with the two good pitchers we got on the hill tonight. But these kids want it, and I think Kuemper's got a little momentum coming into tonight. Not even though they lost that second game of the doubleheader, it goes down as a win, and that's got to feel good, especially when you're on a losing streak. And I think Carroll's had this game circled for a little bit. Carlisle's a good team. They're ranked within the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association rankings. They're within the top 10, so they lost to a really good Carlisle squad the other night, and I think they're ready to bounce back with a big way tonight.
And you mentioned last night, I was talking to Coach Riley Bach before the game, and it's not like on the bus ride home they found out, we're going to win by forfeit. He knew the minute that first pitch went out, this is going to be a forfeit. So strategy-wise, they were able to throw some guys out there that hadn't played at all. They had a couple eighth graders that were able to pitch and run throughout the night that they would not have normally played if the game was going to count. So while, they lost 12-2, they certainly did not put their best foot forward pitching and things like that, really just trying to keep their arms fresh is what he said.
Well, and it's a good thing coming into tonight when you got a big matchup like this, and postseason's right around the corner, too. You want your kids to be healthy and be fresh and ready to go for that deep postseason run.
Kuemper will begin their postseason run a week from tonight, July 8th, and then Carroll gets underway on July 11th. We'll talk about those matchups a little bit later on. Let's take a look at our starting lineups tonight, thanks to Mackey Motors here on KKRL. Mason Nurl will lead off for the Kuemper Knights, the senior shortstop. Batting second, it will be center fielder, a senior Aaron McDermott. The third baseman, a junior Landon Potabom, will go in the 3 slot. Batting fourth, Charlie Mayhall is a junior catcher. Ryan Sundrup has been outstanding pitching for the Knights this year. According to Bound, he's 3-0, and we'll talk about his numbers. Very possibly Kuemper's best this season. He'll bat fifth. In the 6th slot, it'll be Kuemper's DH, the junior Thomas Potabom, and then 7-8-9 will be a freshman second baseman Noah Ryman. Caden Vanami, the senior left fielder, and Griffin Bauer, the junior right fielder. He'll bat in the 9th slot. With Potabom DHing in the 6th slot, Max Reinecke will play first, not batting tonight. And, of course, head coach Riley Bach in control of this night team for the first time. in 2025, replacing the legendary Randy Snyder. And then on the other side for the Carroll Tigers, led by first-year head coach Josh Lukin. We'll go around the diamond, and I'll give you their batting lineup a little bit later. It'll be Stone Siebenaler pitching. Catching is Carter Essick, a senior. An all-senior battery tonight. Infielders are Braxton Liu, Carson Tedrow, Talon Crandall, and Landon Peterson, first, second, third, and short. And in the outfield from left to right, Chase Schabel, Jackson Gross, and Mason Stitz. Those are your Carroll Tigers. 7-6 overall. The Kuemper Knights are 13-12, and we are moments away from getting this one underway tonight on 93.7 KKRL Carroll. You've been listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. We will return to the Gatorade broadcast booth with first pitch when we return on 93.7 KKRL.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Back in the Gatorade broadcast booth at Merchants Park. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. I'm Nick Brinks. Casey Miners joins me tonight for this Carroll-Kuemper baseball matchup, and the Knights have won this matchup the last 4 years. I was looking back, and Carroll's last win came in 2020, and I don't quite remember this. I certainly wasn't at the game broadcasting it, but I looked. Carroll won that one 24-10. They would love to get the bats going like that tonight if you're Coach Lukin.
I think so. My brother was a junior on that squad when that happened. I remember being here for the game that night, so they really got the bats going. There was a very junior heavy team.
It's our Mackey Motors pregame show. We have wrapped it up. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and online at MackeyMotors.com. We've got video broadcast going on YouTube tonight with the CB Sports Network, brought to you by A Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll. A Fun Top and Jeans where the name says it all, and we'll see Stone Siebenaler on the hill tonight for the Carroll Tigers, making his 5th start of the year. He has a 1-3 record, an ERA just north of 7.2. He has given up 29 hits on the year, 26 runs, 20 earned. He's got a nice strikeout to walk ratio, 24-10. And we'll see what he can do on the mound tonight for the Carroll Tigers as they look for that first win over Kuemper since 2020. And for the Kuemper Knights, leading things off, it'll be their senior shortstop, Mason Nurl, followed by senior Aaron McDermott and junior Landon Potabom. 7-0-1. And first pitch is upcoming from Stone Siebenaler at Merchants Park. A grounder to first and an easy run from Braxton Liu to step on the bag. I was here for Carroll's senior night last Thursday. Braxton Liu, one of those 4 seniors, got a chance to chat with all 4 after the game. Braxton Liu moved into town or transferred to Carroll a few years ago, and he's been a nice addition at first as he scoops up that ground ball from Mason Nurl for the first out.
3-year starter at first base for the Tigers. Getting his chance to hit this year. Was probably been DH for the last couple of years.
Second pitch of the game. It's coming to the left hip. It'll just miss Aaron McDermott as he spun away from it. And the senior will take ball one on the inside from Siebenaler. Just underway here on 93.7 KKRL. Siebenaler's pitch on the way, the 1-0 to the outside, and a nice grab in the dirt from Carter Essick to scoop that one out. Nobody on for the Kuemper Knights early in the going here at Merchants Park.
Last couple of games, Stones, especially when he's been on the hill, he's been hit up a little bit. He might try to work the outside, I think, a little bit tonight, especially with some off speed.
Siebenaler's pitch fouled away into the netting behind home plate, and McDermott will take his first strike. 2-1 the count with one out. And we do have softball coverage on Kick 106.7 tonight. Mason Nealand is across the way. They got started at 6 o'clock. Carroll and Kuemper squaring off over at the softball diamond. Here's a 2-1, grounded to Braxton Liu. Deja vu, a six-stepper, and he's on first. And a couple unassisted plays to Liu at first for 2 outs. And now third in the batting order, Landon Potabom, the junior third baseman. Can Braxton Liu go 3 for 3? We'll find out. That was almost the exact same spot that Mason Earl put it.
I think Mason Earls might have been closer to the line, but that was a really close, pretty much, like you mentioned, deja vu to the first play. 2
up, 2 down for the Knights. They're in red tops, white bottoms, and Siebenaler delivers straight across the plate for strike one. Gold numbers, white pants for Kuemper, and then black tops, orange sleeves for the Tigers, white pants. And Siebenaler's 0-1. Finds the bottom of the zone for an 0-2 count to Landon Potabom, who's hitting .292 this year. McDermott was .291, Neural .338. Potabom takes the 0-2, and he'll spin away and take the ball. It'll miss for a 1-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on for the Knights. No score, top of the first.
The first 2 batters for Kuemper came up swinging. Potabom has yet to swing here on this at-bat.
The 1-2 from Stone. And fouled away just behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Early in the going here from Merchants Park. Beautiful night, 82 degrees, picture perfect blue skies. Wind not a factor. It says 5 to 10 miles an hour, but the American flag in center field is not moving. And here's a foul ball delivered to the parking lot.
Did you park over there?
I didn't. Have you heard my stories this summer?
I don't know.
I have witnessed 2 rear windows just absolutely pulverized in the last 3 weeks.
Maybe it's not a good thing I'm doing the game with you then.
At Sioux City East and also at South Central Calhoun a couple weeks ago. And I mean, landing in the back seat, no glass left kind of pulverizations. It's been, it reminded me that I got better glass coverage on my car in the last few weeks when I renewed my insurance. The 1-2 with 2 outs coming from Siebenaler. Landon Potabom batting, seeking his 20th hit of the year. And it's on the low side. It just misses. You get a few oohs from the Carroll fans, and it'll even up the count 2 and 2 beyond.
It's a good take, too. A little low pitch.
Siebenaler will deliver the 2-2. Hard hit ball that lands on the seam between the dirt and the grass out to right center field, and Landon Potabom with Kuemper's first hit of the night. They're on base with a single. And Charlie Mayhall, the junior catcher's up.
Mayhall's got some pop. I did a game earlier with Jeff this year, and I think he went 3 for 3 with either 3 doubles or 2 doubles in that ball game. So Mayhall's got some pop here in the cleanup spot, and a good piece of batting by Potabom there to stay alive with 2 strikes to shoot that one out in center field.
First pitch on the way to Mayhall, and he'll swing. That might be the first swinging strike we've seen so far. And Mayhall hitting .250 on the year with 15 hits, 13 runs, and 12 RBIs. Siebenaler checks over the left shoulder, steps into the pitcher's mound, and delivers the 0-1. That's popped up behind Carter Essick. He'll chase it back to the fence, and he'll run in and grab his wrist. I think he'll be fine, but he might feel that one tomorrow as he is not quite able to hang on to it. That one dropped down right next to the netting.
I'm surprised nobody was yelling fence or net or anything. I'm going to check on him, make sure he's okay. Looks like he's okay. Tough kid.
1-2 count now from Siebenaler as he comes to check on his catcher. Nice move there. And now Landon Peterson comes up from short to talk to Stone. Might have seen something he'd like to share.
Back-to-back 2-strike counts. Let's see if Stone can put the batter away.
The junior.
Potabom was able to get a hit the last time.
He's standing at first. Mayhall will take Siebenaller's 1-2. That's going to find the bottom of the zone for a looking strike 3, and Mayhall will go down. They get through 4 batters, pick up a hit, leave 1 stranded, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score. Kuemper and Carroll squaring off at Merchants Park tonight, and you're listening to 93.7 KKRL.
Area high school students have several college courses available to them at the DMAC Carroll campus and the Templeton Regional Center. The courses and books are available to students at no cost. High school students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credits can be a part of your high school plan.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Slumberland, Highway 30, Weston Carroll.
Chase Schabel, Jackson Gross, Stone Siebenaller will be the first 3 for the Carroll Tigers as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Knights picked up a hit with a couple outs. The last batter was struck out looking, and now the Tigers will have a chance to strike first with Carter Essick, Talon Crandall, Braxton Liu, 4, 5, 6. And the bottom of the order for the Tigers tonight, Mason Stitz, Blake Slagle, and Landon Peterson. It'll be Chase Schabel leading off against 3-0 senior Ryan Sundrip on the hill. Had an outstanding performance against Creston last week. That was a game 2 of a doubleheader down in Creston. Anytime you can win 1-0 and you go all 7 innings, you did something right.
I mean, he's
lead off grounder to third, quick toss. And the haul is made. Landon Potabom finds Max Reinecke for a quick 5-3 putout, 1 out.
Both teams coming out swinging. We saw that with Kuemper in the top of the first, and we're seeing it with Carroll in the bottom of the first. One thing on Sundrip, Sundrip's pitched on not a whole bunch of innings so far this year, but he's probably been Kemper's most effective pitcher on the hill.
23 innings, 1.2 ERA. He's making his 4th start of the night, and he'll toss a strike with a nice curve to Jackson Gross, one of the bright spots in the batting lineup for the Tigers this year with 19 hits. And he leads the team with singles with all but 2 of them. And he'll ground right to the pitcher. Sundrip fields pretty well too, tosses it to Reinecke for the 1-3 putout.
It sounded like a pretty hard hit ball coming off the bat, but it just died in the grass, and Sundrip able to clean it up and pick it up and throw it over to Max Reinecke over at first.
Stone Siebenaller up next. Batting here in the 3 slot, pitcher facing pitcher. Sundrip a lefty, he'll let it fly, and it'll curve, and it must have missed just a little to the low side. Siebenaller with 22 hits on the year, the Tigers' only home run. Also leads the team in runs, hits, total bases, and on-base percentage. He'll take a pitch on the high side now for a 2-0 count from Mr. Sundrip. Siebenaller went 1 for 3 against the Knights last year in that 5-4 loss, and he'll send one deep to foul territory over the first baseline. Griffin Bauer, the junior, will chase that one down. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. And so far, outside of where they're placing the ball, feels a lot like that first inning. Yeah. Not too many pitches, and you got 2 outs, and now we'll see if Stone Siebenaller can match with a hit. Here's the 2-1 outside, 3-1 the count. More numbers for Sundrip this year. He's given up just 15 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He has struck out 9 and walked 5. A nice 4-to-1 ratio. Pitch to the inside will miss, and Siebenaller is on. It's just 6 walks for Sundrip on the year. Siebenaller is on base, and both teams get a base runner with 2 outs in the first inning. The Knights went scoreless. Carroll will have Carter Essick stepping in now, their senior catcher, hitting .282 on the year, 20 hits for him. And he does have a team-high 5 doubles for the Tigers.
He's got some pop. four-sport athlete for Carroll.
We're live at Merchants Park tonight on 93.7 KKRL and streaming on YouTube with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. And Essick chops one off to short. Nurl can't quite scoop it up. He was about ready to toss it over to Noah Ryman. Would have been enough to get that third and final out. Essick will reach on the fielder's choice, but there is a error as Nurl just didn't quite get that one wrapped up in the glove.
And I don't know if it hit his wrist or something, took a hop and came off his wrist because he was shaking his wrist after it trickled away from him. But Tigers got runners on the corners with 2 outs here.
Siebenaller at third, Essick at first. And now Sundrup will try to come back with Talon Crandall, the sophomore third baseman. A pickoff attempt coming at second. Throw is a little off to the right. Might have had a shot if that one was on the money.
Yeah.
It'll be a steal for Essick, and now 2 in scoring position for the Tigers. If they would score, it would all be unearned here, as that would have been the third out of the inning with that error for the Knights. No score, though, for now in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, and now Sundrup and Mayhall will chat just in front of home plate as we await the 0-1 to Talon Crandall, who's hitting over 300 this year. Team high 10 RBIs for the Tigers. 18 hits, 11 runs, and 10 RBIs. He's got a chance here to add an RBI or 2. He'll take a curve on the inside for strike 2.
That's the second breaking ball that Sundrup's thrown. The first one missed a little low. That one in the zone, but both of them have had a lot of movement.
2 in scoring position for the Tigers. 2 outs, no score. Bottom of the first, outside. And that'll miss for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Carroll looking to take a lead here in the bottom of the first in a scoreless effort so far. Ryan Sundrup, the senior pitcher, 3-0 this year for the Knights. He'll let it fly. It'll even up the count, 2-2. Misses upstairs, and again, Siebenaller is at third. He was walked. Essick is at second rather. He stole second. And the 2-2 from Sundrup on the way, fouled away out toward the parking lot again. The count remains 2-2. But the Tigers staying alive here. Crandall fouling it away. Bottom of the first inning here on 93.7 KKRL, and video coverage tonight courtesy of a Fun Top and Jeans. The 2-2 fouled away again on its way to KC's truck in the parking lot, I think.
It probably is. If history's repeat itself in this matchup, runs are important in this ball game because the last couple of games have been decided by 1 or 2 runs. So runs are important. When you can get them, you got to get them early.
Tigers looking for an unearned run or 2. 2-2, and it's going to plunk the knee of Talon Crandall on the 2-2 pitch. And now the Tigers have bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning, and that'll bring up Braxton Liu, who has hit pretty well this year, hitting .275, has 8 RBIs. But if he can put one in play, it could be a 1 or 2-0 Tiger lead here in the bottom of the first.
And all this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
And if you're Kuemper and you give up a run here, you're going to be a little frustrated that it all happened after the error extended it. Pitch to Liu across the plate for strike 1. Liu has scored just 1 run this year. This is going to be a well-hit ball out towards second base, but Aaron McDermott is there to haul it in for a scoreless first inning. The fly out to center field will leave the Tigers and 3 base runners on. After 1, no score. We'll go to the top of the second inning. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL's coverage of Carroll and Kuemper baseball live from Merchants Park.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest. On Kitty Hawk.
Live from Merchants Park, we are one inning in, and Kuemper left one stranded, Carroll left three stranded, and we'll go to inning number 2. Casey Miners and myself, Nick Brinks, join you tonight from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Stone Siebenthaler struck out the last batter for the final out in the first inning, and he'll deliver, and a bunt is fouled by Ryan Sundrup. Here batting first in the inning, 5th overall for the Knights.
Sundrup's a track kid. He runs really well. Not surprised he's going to try to play some small ball here and get a man on base. But especially with both teams leaving runners on, if you can manufacture your own runs here in the ball game, especially early, it's going to pay huge.
The 0-1 to Sundrup misses down and away. Sundrup this year, he's obviously pitched well. We've talked about that. Hitting .254. 5 RBIs, 16 hits, 12 runs. He'll knock one out toward right field in foul territory. It was a valiant effort from Mason Stitz. He did his best 40-yard dash impression, but can't quite get there. Was maybe 10 feet short of hauling that foul ball in. 1-2 the count.
You know what always sucks is he ran right after that, and now Sundrup's going to go right back out there.
Just setting him up. Sundrup, Thomas Potabom, Noah Ryman, the 3 batters we'll see for sure for the Knights here in the top of the 2nd inning at Merchants Park. The 1-2 from Siebenthaler, and a chopper toward first. Siebenthaler scoops it up right in front of Braxton Liu, and he'll step on the bag for the unassisted play. Siebenthaler makes it out number 1. Thomas Potabom, the junior DH, he'll step up now to bat here in the 6th slot for the Knights in a scoreless 2nd inning. Kuemper batting at, here at Merchants Park.
How many times do you see a 1U?
Not very often. Toss on the way. Outside corner strike to Potabom, who's hitting just under 300 this year. He's had a nice year for the junior. 12 hits, 13 runs, and 5 RBIs. All of his hits have been singles. He'll take the 0-1 and swing away for strike 2 with 1 out, nobody on for Kuemper.
It's another fast kid in the Knights lineup.
And the 0-2 from Siebenthaler, outside corner. This time it just misses for a ball. 1-2 the count. Potabom, a first-year starter for the Knights. And he'll take a looking strike 3. 2nd strikeout from Stone Siebenthaler tonight. Got a couple looking. And that'll bring us with 2 outs to freshman second baseman Noah Ryman for the Kuemper Knights. He's hitting .194 this year with 13 hits. He's got a double to his name, 8 runs and 8 RBIs. Nobody on for Kuemper, scoreless, top of the 2nd inning with 2 outs. And Siebenthaler's pitch right down Broadway. Ryman will take strike 1. Siebenthaler pitching tonight for the Tigers. Carter Essick is catching. And the pitch is popped up toward Landon Peterson at short, backing his way up. And nobody calls it. It goes over his head. Jackson Gross. I think somebody might have been able to get there, but I don't know if it was lost in the sun. I didn't see anybody put a hand up to call it. He was just kind of backpedaling. And
that's the center fielder's ball. And shortstop's going out there, but you're in the outfield now. Center fielder's got to take control and go grab that ball.
Ryman will get to first with 2 outs. And so far, everybody has gotten on base with 2 outs for the first time in each inning. And here is a rib cage rattler off of Caden Vanami's chest. It's amazing how these kids can take 70, 80 mile per hour ball off the chest and act like nothing happens. Whereas if that happened to me, I might be in the ER.
Well, you're getting old, Nick, so it's okay.
That's true. You're not that much younger. We're just on opposite sides of 30. I do know that. looks like Kuemper won the softball game. That is wrapped up over there. I don't see a score, though. We'll see if we can find that. But Kuemper gets a win in shortened innings. Siebenaller will deliver a swinging strike to Griffin Bauer at the bottom of the order. Kuemper with 2 on right now. And Siebenaller will deliver, and that almost hit Bauer too. He backed away and preserved his left leg for another day.
Griffin Bauer, a kid that courtesy ran a lot the last 2 years for Kuemper, now getting his chance to start. You always like to see that the kids get paid off for their hard work that they put in.
Siebenaller checks second a couple times, delivers a strike, and the count is 1-2 with 2 outs. It's been interesting so far. We've seen 3 half innings, and all of the base runner activity has come with 2 outs. Kuemper with a couple on here. Third base is open. Siebenaller checks second again, and a swinging strike 3. Griffin Bauer goes down, and we've got 3 strikeouts for Stone Siebenaller so far. The Knights leave a couple stranded. And we will go to the bottom of the second in a minute. You're listening to Carroll and Kuemper Baseball on 93.7 KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Back in the Gatorade broadcast booth, Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages and Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform alongside KC Miners. I'm Nick Brinks, and we join you tonight for Carroll and Kuemper Baseball. We've talked about Mason Stitz, how early in the season he was being hit for. The DH would come in and play for him, and he has hit it well. He hits one deep to center field, chasing it back. It's over the head of Aaron McDermott, and Stitz. Talk about talking it into existence.
Yes.
We talked about him a couple times, and then he comes out and delivers a double out towards center field. Not too shabby for a guy for the first couple weeks of the season. You had a DH in for him, and now he leads the team in batting average.
I wonder where he would be at if he wasn't getting DH for the first part of the season. He's played well, and he's really earned his at-bats, too, and you see why.
A deep shot to center field. Blake Slagle, a senior, on now, and it's a balk. On his way to third now, Mason Stitz, just like that, in scoring position. For the first time tonight, we've got base runners before 2 outs.
And can a team cash in? Both teams have had base runners in all the innings.
Here comes Blake Slagle. He'll drive in an RBI single to center field. Carroll is on the board first. And for Blake Slagle, it was fun to chat with him after the game on Thursday when they did senior night. He's one of those guys that he's kind of the team class clown, so to speak. He will do anything for a laugh. And he just picks up his first hit of the year and his second RBI to go along with a sac fly he had Thursday night. It drives in a run. Landon Peterson looks to answer. Slagle's going to get to second as Ryman can't quite field it. And 3 base runners here in the inning. That one will go down as an error, I believe, as Peterson will get on with a grounder to second.
And we'll see what they award that. It's kind of a tough play because he's going towards the hole, but I can't quite see the board
yet.
yet.
They just flashed an E4, so that'll be the second error for the Kuemper Knights tonight. And the Carroll Tigers, all of a sudden, they've got a 1-0 lead, 2 on, no outs, and we mentioned it in the pregame show. Tigers haven't beat Kuemper in 5 years. And runs are sometimes at a premium in the last 4. Feels like that could be a big run and a big moment, especially for Blake Slagle after a leadoff double from Stitz.
And it's huge. I mean, both teams, we mentioned a couple times, both teams have had runners on base in their respective innings before this and unable to cash in. Carroll finally able to get that run across, and they've been aggressive at the plate, and I think that's something you like to see, especially the pitcher like Sundrup who throws strikes. You want to go up there and be aggressive. And Kemper's been aggressive at the plate too, had bases loaded, and and one run's not going to be enough. I mean, Carroll's going to need to get more because Kemper's going to score 2.
5 or 6 runs has been enough in this series the last 4 years. Now you go back to that 2020 game, 5 or 6 runs wouldn't have come anywhere close as Carroll won that one 24-10. 2 on for the Tigers. They have a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the second inning, Sundrup's toss for the Knights. Fouled up, playable toward first base, chased down, and Max Reinecke can't get there. May have lost that one in the sun a little bit, but I don't know if he would have had a chance or enough time to get that one. That was just past the Kuemper first base dugout. 0-2 the count to Chase Schabel, who opened the game with a grounder over to third and was thrown out at first.
Sun's still out, so it's pretty hard for that first baseman and right fielder to see the ball when it's hit.
Sundrup delivers a ball upstairs, and the count is 1-2. We're live at Merchants Park tonight. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL and watching on YouTube with the CB Sports Network, thanks to a Fun Top and Jeans. Sundrup's toss fouled away again, and the count is 1-2. I'm Nick Brinks with KC Miners tonight. It's good to be with you in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. A 1-0 Tiger lead, 2 on, no outs, and a pitch to even the count outside 2-2. Schabel hitting 161 this year, looking for 11th or his 11th hit. All but one of those have been singles with 1 double. A 2-2 to the inside. We've got I think this might be our first, maybe second full count of the night.
And both pitchers have been working fast and they've thrown a lot of strikes.
No outs for the Tigers. They've got a 1-0 lead. Sundrup's toss fouled away by Schabel. Right down the track from home plate to the dugout, right in front of Jackson Gross, who's waiting for his chance. Tigers leading by 1 and 2 on, no outs. Sundrup checks over to second and lets it fly. Hard hit ball. That's going to load the bases. Slagle stands third, and we've got 3 Carroll hits here in the inning. Also an error. And the Tigers are in business in the early going in this one. And now you get Jackson Gross, team high in singles this year. He's got, I believe, 17 of those. You get a single here, you drive in a run or 2.
And this has been Carroll's best part of the lineup throughout the year. The 2-3-4-5 is where they've done a lot of their damage.
Pitch upstairs, no room for a walk here if you're Ryan Sundrup. It's a 1-0 lead for the Carroll Tigers with 4 hits so far tonight, 3 coming in this inning. 3 hits, rather, all in the inning. And he'll foul this one out toward the parking lot over the Kuemper dugout once again. Jackson Gross with 19 hits on the year. He's only struck out 5 times, too, so he does a nice job taking what pitchers will give him.
Puts the ball in play when he's up there.
Pickoff attempt at second, got close, but I don't know if he either didn't hold on to it or the slide was just in time from Landon Peterson.
Looked like the ball rolled away from Mason Nurl.
Still no outs. The Tigers have the bases loaded. And Jackson Gross will take the 1-1. And that's out toward left field. Could be a sac fly, but he can't hang on. Running toward the fence. Pops out of the glove, and it'll score 2. And that one might be kind of on the fence of hit or error just because he was running away from it. What say you, Casey? Error, hit?
You know, that's a tough play because he's having to go towards the gap to get that ball. But it does come out of his glove. Looked like he had time to make the catch, and the throw wasn't going to matter. The sack, the person on third would have scored anyways. I don't know. I think they gave it an E7 on the board if I read it correctly.
So we'll do the same. Would have drove in one. Unofficially, it'll drive in two, but that won't go down in the record books. But nonetheless, Carroll doesn't care how it happens. They have a 3-0 lead as Blake Slagle scored. And now a pop fly towards second base. Noah Ryman chases it back to the grass for out number one.
First out.
So Slagle and Peterson both came around to score on that gross shot to left field. Popped out of the glove of Caden Vanami. Tough. Would have been a heck of a grab if he could have held on.
All 3 runs unearned here in the inning.
I've got at least Stitz on with an earned run. It's hard to say because how do you figure with the one that would have come in?
Uh-huh.
Here's a fly ball to center field for out number 2. Now if there are runs scored, I think everything is unearned as we would have had 3 outs.
Yep.
But Siebenaler and Essick both go down. 2 outs. And now it's Talon Crandall, the sophomore. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. And he's got 2 on. Carroll leading this one 3-0 here at Merchants Park in the bottom of the second. And they are swinging away. They are hitting just about everything right now as that fouls off the roof above us for an 0-1 count. Chase Shable's at second for the Tigers. Jackson Gross is at first. Shable singled. Jackson Gross reached on an error. And now Crandall will take the 0-1 from Sundrip. He'll swing away for that one on the inside corner. 3-0. Tigers lead this one, bottom of the second inning. All runs coming here in the third. As they came out with 3 hits in the first 4 batters. Here's a shallow shot to right. Right into the glove of Griffin Bauer. Tigers have a nice lead here through 2 after Crandall's fly out to right field. Through 2, it's a 3-0 Tiger lead. Knights bat when we return. You're listening to Carroll and Kuemper baseball tonight on 93.7 KKRL.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1930.
We are back at Merchants Park, historic Merchants Park. We are into July now, which means the state tournament will be underway in less than 3 weeks for Class 1A and 2A. Carroll with a 3-0 lead, and the Knights batting here. Top of the order to begin the top of the third. Mason Nurl, Aaron McDermott, and Landon Potabom. Nurl and McDermott both grounded out in the first inning. Potabom with one of 2 Kuemper singles tonight. Those are the 3 we will see here in the top of the third for the Kuemper Knights, trailing 3-0. Siebenaler pitching well with 3 strikeouts and just 2 hits allowed. Pitched down low for a 1-2 count.
Kuemper wants to get some runs back. This is the part of the order they need to do it.
Nurl hitting .338 on the year, and he'll take the pitch in the dirt. Essick unable to hang on to that one. Nobody on base to take advantage, though. And now Coach Lucan getting in on the foul ball retrieval fun. 2-2 the count. Siebenaler pitching on the mound tonight for the Tigers, and he'll deliver a swinging strike three. Fourth strikeout of the night from Siebenaler, and Nurl goes down on strikes. Aaron McDermott is up next.
Stone's did a nice job of mixing up his pitches with the off speed and the fastball, and it really kept Kuemper guessing here in the last couple of innings where he's picked up most of his strikeouts.
1 out, nobody on for the Knights. Kuemper split a doubleheader last night with Glenwood. They won one by forfeit and lost the first one 7-3. That was here in town. Carroll had a tough night down in Carlisle, dropping a couple by double digits, 16-1 and 10-0. Couple pitches from Siebenaler that missed. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL. Also streaming online tonight at youtube.com/@Carroll Broadcasting Sports. And the 2-0 from Stone delivers it on a rock-solid pitch across the plate for a 2-1. A Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll bringing you our video coverage tonight. A Fun Top and Jeans where the name says it all. Siebenaler's 2-1. Foul ball toward first. Lou can't quite get there. Had a shot, but he was running away from it. That ball zigged a little to his left when he zagged, and that'll be dropping in for a foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes for McDermott.
Still at that portion of the game where the sun's affecting the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder.
Siebenaler nods on the call from Essick, and we'll toss in the 2-2. Hard hit ball toward right field. Mason Stitz, shallow right field, and he'll lunge forward and haul that one in. 2 up, 2 down for the Knights. A strikeout and a flyout for Nurl and McDermott, and that brings us to Landon Potabom. He singled in the first and was left stranded. He's one of 3 that the Knights have left stranded on base tonight. They trail this one 3-0 as a visitor in their home stadium.
And we mentioned runs are going to be important tonight. Both teams left a couple stranded in the first couple innings, and Carroll able to strike in the second inning.
And there's a foul ball into the net behind home plate from Landon Potabom. He's hitting just over 300 this year with 20 hits, 6 runs, and has 18 RBIs this season. And he'll take the 0-1 from Siebenaler to the outside corner, and that evens things up. 0-2 with 2 outs. Siebenaler has given up just the 2 hits and has struck out 4 tonight. No walks, has hit 1. He'd love to get out of this inning with his 5th K. 0-2 on the way from Stone, just upstairs. 1-2. If Potabom reaches, Charlie Mayhall, the junior, is on deck for the Knights. Carroll leading this one 3-0. The 1-2. Those 2 have been straight down the middle of the plate. The last one upstairs, this one downstairs, and that evens up the count 2-2.
Yeah, that one was in the dirt, and Potabom did a nice job of hitting with 2 strikes his last time up.
And the 2-2. He'll foul away and live to see another one as Coach Lucan chases it down behind home plate. And that gets the students, the Carroll student section clapping.
I think he's ran after every foul ball behind home plate tonight.
Last Thursday it was Blake Slagle. He was on foul duty, and tonight Coach Lucan's got it. 2-2 from Siebenaler. He'll knock it foul again, and Landon Potabom, I think that might have been quite a bit outside. He may have wished as he let that go, but he hit it, fouled it away, and he'll get another crack at it here with a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Knights. 2 up, 2 down so far for Kuemper in this top of the 3rd. Siebenaler likes the call from Essick, and he'll deliver the 2-2. That was up and in. Landon may want that one back as Siebenaler strikes out 2 of the 3 batters as the Knights go 3 up and 3 down. We are midway through the 3rd. The Tigers leading the Knights 3-0, and Carroll bats when we return. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL and watching on YouTube with the CB Sports Network.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Back at Merchants Park, we are 2.5 innings in, and the Carroll Tigers are batting with a 3-0 lead. Braxton Liu, Mason Stitz, and Blake Slagle all due up here in the bottom of the third, and you're listening to 93.7 KKRL, also streaming on YouTube with Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Thanks so much for joining us tonight from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. I'm Nick Brinks alongside KC Miners tonight on KKRL. First pitch missed, second one a swing from Braxton Liu, and a quick 1-1 count for Braxton Liu from Ryan Sundrup. Has given up 3 hits tonight, 3 runs, 1 earned, and the 1-1 on the way. That'll curve in and miss high for ball 2 to Liu. Liu flew out to center field to end the first inning. And he'll step in and take the 2-1. He'll hit this one out toward the foul line in right field. In fair territory, it'll drop into the glove of Griffin Bauer for a fly out to right field to lead off the inning. 1 out for the Knights as they trail 3-0 here at Merchants Park tonight. Mason Stitz doubled to lead off the second inning. Came around and scored an earned run courtesy of Blake Slagle, driving him home with his RBI single, and he swings away for strike 1. Mason Stitz, with that last hit, that puts his batting average an even 500 for the year.
And he's only been hitting for the second half of the season.
You probably think, when he joined the lineup as a batter, he said, I want you to see what you've been missing out on.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. And he'll send this one out toward left field. Caden Vanami has a read on it and makes the grab for the second out. Couple fly outs to the outfield for the Knights here in the top of the third. And now we go to Blake Slagle, the senior, with an RBI single and a run scored tonight. It was his first hit of the year, and it was his first run of the year in the last inning. One of the 4 Tiger seniors that we had a chance to chat with on their senior night last Thursday. 2 outs for the Tigers, bottom of the third inning. Carroll leads this one 3-0 with Braxton Liu and Stitz already back in the dugout. 1-0 outside corner, evens it up, 1-1 for Slagle. Slagle playing in his 8th game this year as a hitter, and he'll take the 1-1. He'll knock that one just in front of home plate. They'll wave it off, and they'll call that one a foul.
Carroll fans were upset that was a foul ball, but Slagle was going to get thrown out at first, so it's kind of a good thing for him because he gets a chance to hit again and put one in the outfield.
The count is 1-2. I never know exactly what the situation is when it lands right in front of home plate. Sometimes they'll let it go. Sometimes, what is it? If it hits in the batter's box, it's an automatic foul.
And it looked like it
like
went straight down after he hit it.
Yeah. The 1-2 from Sundrup with 2 outs. Slagle will foul this one away above the Kuemper dugout and into the bleachers. And a youngster's got a souvenir that he will return. The count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Sundrup, a lefty on the bump tonight, tosses to Slagle. And he'll swing away for strike 3 as the Tigers go 3 up, 3 down. Sundrum gets his first strikeout of the night. And we are through 3 with the Carroll Tigers leading the Kuemper Knights 3-0 on 93.7 KKRL.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
Three down. We go to the 4th inning. Kuemper being shut out so far. Carroll with a 3-0 lead, and you're listening to 93.7 KKRL, and we're also streaming with video tonight on our YouTube page with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. KC Miners pulling double duty tonight with color commentary and running our video coverage. I'm Nick Brinks along with KC on KKRL as we get this 4th inning underway with Charlie Mayhall, Ryan Sundrup, and Thomas Potabom, the catcher, the pitcher, and the DH, all due up for the Knights. Mayhall takes a strike, and now a ball down and away with Mayhall hitting .246 this year. He's got 15 hits. He would love a 16th. He's done a really nice job. He's got some power with 7 extra base hits tonight, 6 doubles and a triple. And he'll take the 1-1 on the outside. 2-1 count.
You don't want to give him anything over the plate because he's going to drive it. And if you're Charlie Mayhall, you want something over the plate right now so you can drive it, get your team potentially a run here, or at least get on base so you can get something going.
A swinging strike to even it up, 2-2 from Siebenaler, who has pitched outstanding so far through 3. Couple hits, 5 strikeouts.
Looks like they got Mason Nurl down warming up in the pen. Kuemper does.
Talked to Coach Bach beforehand, and he said Nurl would be the next one up as Mayhall goes down swinging. 6 strikeouts. Of the 7 outs tonight, or 10 outs, 6 have been strikeouts. Not too shabby for Mr. Siebenaler as he's up to 30 on the year.
And a lot of those have come in the last 3 innings.
He had 1 in the first, and then 2 in the last 2, 1 here in the 4th, and he'll deliver a ball upstairs with 1 out, nobody on for Kuemper. They have not had a base runner since the 2nd inning. They had 2 with Noah Ryman on with a single, and Caden Vanami was hit by a pitch. And the 1-0. A duck from Sundrup, otherwise that might have grazed his helmet, and the count is 2-0. Sundrup batting .250 this year with 16 hits and 12 runs. 1 double this year. 2-0 the count from Siebenaler.
You know, he'd love to help himself out here right now.
Inside corner, strike 1. Top of the 4th inning, Carroll 3, Kuemper scoreless. And we come to you from the Gatorade broadcast booth. The 2-1 on its way. And just outside, check swing. Ball will miss and get away from Essick. 3-1 the count. Mason Nealon's up here, up in the press box now, too. He had the Carroll and Kuemper softball game. Kuemper won it in 4, 13-1 earlier. They got started at 6 and wrapped up shortly after this one began right around 7 o'clock. Siebenaler delivers a strike to fill the count. And Sundrup, who's 0 for 1 tonight, he grounded out to Siebenaler, who covered first in the process. Siebenaler will toss in the payoff. Chopper towards second. Tedrow off 2 hops, tosses to Lou, rifles it over, and they make the connection for the 4-3 putout for out number 2.
That's a harder play than I think people think, because that took a hop right at the end on Tedrow, and he was able to get his glove up in time and grab it for the 2nd out.
And you could tell Tedrow put just a little extra zip on that one from what I might have expected.
Yep.
And it's probably a good thing he did. I don't know if he gets there, if he just kind of lollipops it to first. Potabom now batting. Thomas Potabom, the junior DH. And he'll take strike one. Potabom struck out looking. One of 6 Siebenthaler strikeouts tonight. The 0-1 coming with 2 outs, nobody on for the Knights. Upstairs, as Kuemper is looking to avoid going 3 up, 3 down for the second straight inning, trailing 3-0. Carroll put those 3 runs on the board in the bottom of the second inning. Got the bats going, led off with a double by Mason Stitz. And the 0-1 is in the dirt. Evens up the count 1-1 with 2 outs here at Merchants Park as our game nears the hour mark in about 10 minutes on 93.7 KKRL. 2-1 the count. As Thomas Potabom is trying for his 13th hit of the year. He'd take his 11th walk if you gave it to him. But Siebenthaler will toss in the 2-1. And he swings to miss. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Tigers 3, Knights 0. Top of the 4th inning here on 93.7 KKRL. Siebenthaler looking for one more strike to end the inning. And he's got it. He gets him to swing. 7 strikeouts from the senior tonight. Stone Siebenthaler. A pitching clinic for the Tigers. And the Tigers bat when we return with a 3-0 lead facing crosstown rival Kuemper. Back in a moment. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL and also watching on YouTube with the CB Sports Network.
Area high school students have several college courses available to them at the DMAC Carroll campus and the Templeton Regional Center. The courses and books are available to students at no cost. High school students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credits can be a part of your high school plan.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
Back at Merchants Park, and you're listening to 93.7 KKRL alongside KC Miners. I'm Nick Brinks. Good to be with you tonight in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. With Ryan Sundrup on the hill tonight for Kuemper, a 3-0 lead for the Tigers. Bottom of the order, Landon Peterson leading off. He scored a run after reaching on an error in the second. And he'll swing away. It's a 1-1 count for Peterson, who has played well this year, hitting .232, 13 hits on the year, picked up his 15th run of the season in that second inning, and he'll foul one away toward first base. Count is 1-2 here at Merchants Park on a beautiful Tuesday night. Picture perfect blue skies. What a difference a week makes. All the rain we had last week, and now we've had some nice days. Temperatures have even been pretty darn solid the last few.
So we see the rain this weekend.
It's coming. 2-2. Sundrup, left-handed toss on its way. Peterson chops one foul over to Coach Lucan behind third. Count remains 2-2 for Peterson. Schabel and Gross on deck and in the hole for the Tigers. All of their damage came in that second inning. All of their hits, in fact. All 3 of them came in that inning as well. Peterson fouls another one away. And the count is 2-2.
Kuemper had Neural warming up in the pen while they were hitting last inning. We'll see how long of a leash Sundrup has here.
2-2. Grounder gets past short. Neural is there. It gets past him. McDermott in center field scoops it. Peterson with a single. It'll be the Tigers' 4th hit of the night, first since the second, and they'll go to the top of the order now. Bottom of the 4th inning. Chase Schabel with a single and a ground out tonight. He's 1 for 2. He's on his way into the batter's box now. He'll face the lefty Sundrup. Schabel, a righty. So Peterson, Slagle, Stitz, and Schabel each with hits tonight.
Oh, he's got third.
Pickoff attempt gone wrong. Peterson all the way to third. Takes advantage of the error. That's the danger of trying to pick off.
Yeah, especially here with how big it is behind the first base bag to the dugouts, and even because the ball likes to trend up that fence.
Sundrup tosses with a runner on at third now. Here's a pop fly over to second base. Not quite far enough for Peterson to feel comfortable coming home. Schabel will fly out to Noah Ryman for out number 1, and Jackson Gross will step up now.
Errors have hurt Kuemper tonight.
They've got 3 of them now, 4 of them. 1 in each inning except for the third, and then they had 2 in the second. And here's a hard hit ball by Gross. Scooped up by Nurl. He bobbled it a little bit, but he corrals it, gets the out at first. It will drive in a run, though. As Gross goes down, he'll ground out, but drive in Peterson. And if you're Kuemper now, we'll see how this shakes out the rest of the inning, but Peterson probably should just be at second right now. You gave up 2 free bases on the pickoff, gone wrong at first, and now he's home.
That'll go down as an unearned run.
2 outs with Gross and Schabel, the last 2 outs here. Stone Siebenaler batting now 0 for 1 tonight. He's also been walked and was stranded at third in that first inning, and he'll send one on a grounder to left field. Caden Vanami is there. Couple singles here in the inning for the Carroll Tigers. They have tacked on 1 to their lead. It's 4-0. And up next, it'll be Carter Essick. 0 for 2 tonight, reached on an error and flew out to center field. Did have a steal, though. 2 outs for the Tigers. They lead this one in the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0. They've got 5 hits tonight. Here's a deep shot to left. Caden Vanami staring into the sky. And he finds it, pulls it in for the final out of the inning. Not until 1 run comes in for the Tigers on a couple hits and an error. 4-0 Tigers after 4. We go to the 5th, and you're listening to Tigers and Knights Baseball on 93.7 KKRL Carroll, live from Merchants Park.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Back at Merchants Park, you're listening to 93.7 KKRL and streaming on YouTube with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. You can find that at youtube.com/@Carroll Broadcasting Sports. We've also got a link posted on our Facebook page. Coming up in our post-game show tonight, we will name our Culver's Player of the Game. Culver's celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. Culver's welcome to Delicious. Noah Ryman, Caden Vanami, Griffin Bauer, the 3 batters, 7, 8, 9. We will see for the Knights here to get the 5th inning underway. Stone Siebenaler with 7 strikeouts and 2 hits allowed tonight, pitching well. Outside corner strike to lead things off for the freshman Ryman. Kuemper with just 2 hits tonight. Ryman had 1 of them. He'll swing and miss for a second strike. He singled in the second. Landon Potabom singled in the first. Other than that, they have gone 3 up and 3 down the last 2 innings. Looking for some offense here against Siebenaler. A low strike And he goes down looking. 3 of his last 4 batters, 4 of his last 5 have been strikeouts for Stone Siebenaler. Ryman goes down for out number 1.
Talked about how important Stone pitching tonight would be for Carroll in the pregame, and that showed.
New batter, Vanami. He'll ground one foul out toward Braxton Lew at first. They'll wave that one off for strike 1. Caden Vanami hit by a pitch in the second inning, left on first at the end of the inning. Kuemper has left 3 on base tonight, 1 in scoring position. That was Ryman stuck at second at the end of 2. Otherwise, it's been Carroll's offense that has gotten the bats going tonight. And a 4-0 lead over the Knights. Top of the 5th, Kuemper batting. And a swinging strike 2 from Caden Vanami with Griffin Bauer on deck. Siebenaler with Essick catching. Likes the call, pitch outside, it'll miss for a 1-2. We have just passed the hour mark now here on KKRL at Merchants Park tonight. Casey Miners and me, Nick Brinks, joining you from the Gatorade broadcast booth. An 0-2 count, a couple balls later, 2-2 with 1 out to Caden Vanami, hitting 171 this year, looking for his 7th hit of the year. Siebenaler tosses it in the dirt, and a payoff pitch coming with a 3-2 count.
As we get to that point of the game, Kuemper's got to start manufacturing their own runs. Wouldn't be surprised if Vanami can get on. Bauer might lay down a bunt, try to get a couple guys on and get yourself some runs down 4-0.
1 out up on the board, nobody on. Kuemper hasn't had a base runner since the second inning. And Siebenaler will deliver the payoff. Foul or fair? That'll be foul by about 6 feet to right field. It remains 3-2 just after 8 o'clock here. Good Tuesday evening, 1st of July. Postseason will get underway very soon, 1 week from tonight. Kuemper will begin their postseason. They get a first-round bye, and then they will take on the winner of Esterville, Lincoln Central, or Manson Northwest Webster. That'll be a July 8th, 5 p.m. game in Forest City in 2A District 2. Carroll opens up at Sergeant Bluff Luton for 3A Substate 2 on July 11th. That'll be next Friday. Another payoff, 3-2 coming. Line shot out toward left field. Into the glove for out number 2. Caden Vanami flies out to Schabel. And the Knights now, their last 6 batters, last 9 batters have all been out. A bunch of strikeouts in there. And a couple flyouts and a ground out. Siebenaler with 8 Ks tonight. Griffin Bauer batting with 2 outs and delivered just to the outside for ball 1. Bottom of the order, Griffin Bauer 0 for 1 tonight, struck out back in the second to end the inning. And the 1-0 is on its way, a grounder. That may drop in, but it's fielded well on the run by Peterson. Nice 6-3 grab and toss to Lew. That one had to be about perfect. The scoop, the run, the toss, the catch, and they team up. Peterson to Lew. That was pretty. Unless you're the Knights, then that was not cool at all. 4-0 midway through the 5th. The Knights are still scoreless, and they go 3 up, 3 down for the 3rd straight inning. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL live from Merchants Park.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Live in Carroll at Merchants Park. It's a 4-0 Carroll Tiger lead. Lead-off drop into center field. Talon Crandall leads off with Carroll's 6th hit of the night. Dropped that one perfectly right in front of Aaron McDermott, chasing it down on the run. They've got 6 hits tonight, Kuemper with just 2, and it's a 4-0 Tiger lead. And if you're Carroll, you got to be feeling good right now. Your last 5 games since that 9-1 win over South Central Calhoun Thursday, double-digit losses in 4 of 5, and a 10-1 loss as well. Here's a pickoff. They're going to get the double play.
That was mass confusion there. Lou tried to Lou lay down the bunt, and I couldn't tell if it hit off of the bat or hit Lou, and then the ump never really indicated what happened, and then the ball just trickled out, and they ended up getting the double play out of it.
2 outs just like that. That'll wipe Crandall off base after his single.
A big momentum shift for Kuemper. You need that down right now, 4-0.
And now Mason Stitz, we've talked about him quite a bit tonight, doubled and has also grounded out tonight, or flew out to left field. Led off that big 3-run second inning with a double to center field, and then Blake Slagle drove him home on an RBI single. 1-1 the count. Stitz will foul one away back toward the parking lot. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs after that double play just a moment ago. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0. Carroll on top. Pitch on the outside, a slow pitch from Sundrup. Count is evened up 2-2. Crandall led off with the single. Lou grounds into a double play, and now Stitz fouls one away to Coach Lukin behind third. Still a 2-2 count with Sundrup on the hill tonight. Has given up 4 runs, just 1 was earned though. 6 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, has hit 1 batter. 2-2. Sundrup, his left-handed toss across the plate, driven to short to Nurl, bobbled it a bit, but his throw to Reineke on a rope in time for the final out of the inning. We are through 5. It's a 4-0 Carroll Tiger lead, and you're listening to Kuemper and Carroll baseball tonight on 93.7 KKRL Carroll.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Back at Merchants Park, top of the 6th inning underway. Carroll leading in a shutout over Kuemper tonight. Carroll, the designated home team this year. They lead 4-0. Top of the order for Kuemper, and you've talked about it a couple times. Every time we've gotten back to the top of the order with Kuemper needing runs.
This is the time they need them.
They need them.
Yeah, if you need them more importantly now than ever.
Nurl takes 3 straight balls at the top of the order here.
Especially coming off a big defensive play in the last inning. Get your bats going and keep gaining that momentum. Chip away at the lead.
Carroll gets the leadoff single from Crandall, and then a double play, and then they get out of the inning, 3 up, 3 down. Can the batters take advantage? We've got a walk. That'll be the first one issued by Siebenaller tonight. Kuemper's on base for the first time since the 2nd inning with 2 outs. Siebenaller has struck out a whole lot since then, 6 of his 8. But now here in the 6th with no outs, Kuemper's got a runner on base, and it's Aaron McDermott hitting .288. 21 RBIs this year, 23 hits, 16 runs, and he'll chop one foul to the Tiger dugout. As Coach Lucan, whether he's coaching behind third or standing near the dugout, I think every foul ball has gone to him tonight.
He's on top of it. Crandall going to play in at third. Lou holding Neural on at first.
Siebenaler tosses to Lou at first, and he'll slide in safe. Neural back on the bag in time. 4-0 is our score. Tigers hosting Kuemper tonight in a 4-0 lead. Siebenaler tosses in the right-hander. It gets past Essick, and Neural is on his way to second, rounding his way to third, holds up there. And now we'll see if maybe that, combined with the defense of the last inning, is enough to spark the Kuemper bats. They have been struggling so far. 2 hits tonight, both coming in the first 2 innings. 3 hitless innings, all 3 up, 3 down since. But a leadoff walk from Neural, and now McDermott with a 1-1. Siebenaler fakes the pitch, and they attempt the pickoff over to Tedrow at second. Just a light lob. No real chance to get the runner. And McDermott awaits the 1-1. Siebenaler looks 3 times, tosses a shot right to Tedrow. A quick glance over at second to see if they can get the get the runner out on a tag up, but nice play from Tedrow on the run.
That was a heads-up play by Neural, too, to get back to the bag, because that wasn't quite like a line drive out to Tedrow at second. He had to come in and make the play just on the short edge of the grass.
Landon Potabom up next. Kuemper trailing 4-0, batting here in the top of the 6th. Siebenaler sails it high with Mason Neural at second. He was walked and is at second now. 1-0 count, 1 out. Siebenaler checks the runner, tosses in the right-hander, and delivers a strike to even the count, 1-1. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL. We're also streaming on YouTube tonight with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Alongside Casey Miners, I'm Nick Brinks in the Gatorade broadcast booth. The 1-1. Top of the 6th, 1 out for the Knights, a runner at second. Shot to right field. Mason Stitz has to chase it back to the foul line. I thought maybe that might get over his head. Runner will tag up and make it to third, but Potabom flies out to right field. Not all is lost for the Knights, though. They move the runner to third with Potabom.
That was a nice play by Stitz. Stitz had his back and was running straight back at one point, able to catch up to the ball and make the catch just right along the line.
That's an impressive move when it's pitch blackout. He's still almost, he's got direct sunlight when he turns around after a dead sprint to the wall. That's a nice move. That and the Peterson throw to end the last inning. A couple nice defensive plays from the Tigers here the last couple innings. Fouled away by Charlie Mayhall. A couple strikeouts for him tonight. 4th in the order, 4th in the inning with 2 outs and a runner at third. Kuemper trying to break this shutout. And it's fouled directly behind home plate again by Mayhall for an 0-2 count. After striking out 6 out of 10 to 11 batters, Siebenaler hasn't struck out anyone in the last 5. Looking for that 9th of the night as Mayhall fouls another one away over the third base fence. 0-2.
That's 3 straight foul balls that Mayhall's just missed. Timing seems to be off a little bit. Let's see if we can get it here on this 4th pitch.
Live from Merchants Park, top of the 6th. Carroll leading Kuemper in baseball 4-0. Siebenaler lets it fly. High pitch. Neural was ready to come home on any contact with the 2 outs and retreats to third on the ball. 1-2. Mayhall 242 this year. And looking to get on base for the first time. He'll pop one up. This could be trouble. Siebenaler calls it and makes the grab for the final out of this 6th inning, top half anyway. After they get a leadoff walk, they leave Mason Neural stranded at third, and the Knights are still shut out midway through 6. Carroll 4, Kuemper 0. Bottom of the 6th, next on 93.7 KKRL and streaming on YouTube. with the CB Sports Network.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and the Carroll Tigers are trying to break a 5-game losing streak. They crammed in a lot of games since Friday. It doesn't hurt when you play 2.5 on Friday.
They played,
and then
played
2 more last night.
Three games in one day.
They had a doubleheader with Boone to make up from earlier in the week, and they were midway through the first one, and then that one started at 10 in the morning, and then they had Greene County at night. I don't think they played as well in those 3 that they were hoping. But today, they are bouncing back and have a 4-0 lead. Blake Slagle picked up his first hit of the night earlier. Will he get number 2? He will, to shallow center field. Blake Slagle, the senior DH for the Tigers. You got to feel good for him.
I think we're going to get a pinch runner here.
And he will head to the dugout. What a night for Slagle so far. 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI, and Carson Tedrow will come in. That's who's playing at second tonight, with Slagle DHing for him. And they'll put Tedrow in for a little speed with this 4-0 lead, looking for insurance in the bottom of the 6th. And if you're Carroll, you're hoping you don't need the 7th. Bottom of the order, Landon Peterson. He's 1 for 2, and he scored twice tonight. A pair of unearned runs. Runner on, and he'll bunt. Foul to the Kuemper dugout at first. Sundrup has given up just 1 earned run tonight of the 4. Has allowed 7 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit batter.
He's thrown a lot of strikes tonight. I felt like he's pitched good outside that second inning.
The lefty will toss it into Peterson. It'll get past the catcher. Runner takes off, and Tedrow is safe at second. On the pass ball, and bottom of the order, Peterson. It's a 1-1 count. No outs for the Tigers, looking for insurance here. Bottom of the 6th inning. In our post-game show, we'll name our Culver's Player of the Game, celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. A runner at second for the Tigers, and Peterson bunts foul toward the Kuemper dugout again for a 1-2 count. A beautiful night at Merchants Park. As the regular season is winding down, Kuemper's got just a couple games left before they begin their postseason after a first-round bye 1 week from tonight in Forest City at 5 o'clock. They'll have Denison Schleswig for a game and a half coming up on Thursday. They got midway through 1 before rain took over. Same story for the softball game that I'll have at the Kuemper softball field coming up on Thursday. They'll finish the first game at the 5 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock get the second one underway. And then that's it for the regular season for the Knights. They'll wrap up Hawkeye 10 play with that doubleheader Thursday. And Peterson will go down swinging, or go down looking actually, at the bottom of the order for out number 1. Top of the order now, Chase Schabel for the Tigers. 1 out, runner at second, with Tedrow on base, and an infield conference coming from Coach Bach and his infielders. We'll take a break. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL. Carroll leading in the bottom of the 6th, 4-0.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
We are back on 93.7 KKRL and on YouTube with the CB Sports Network. It'll be a pitching change for the Kuemper Knights. Ryan Sundrup has gone 5 1/3 innings so far. 1 earned run allowed, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Mason Nurl will move into pitch with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then I also saw Caden Honlos run onto the field. Let's see where he takes over at. I'm assuming at short where Nurl was at.
Yeah, I think Honlos might go to third, Potabom to short, and they're gonna put Sundrup out and right. This is what I might think might happen here.
So if that is indeed the case, it'll be Mason Nurl. We do know for sure he is into pitch, and we'll take a look at his numbers here. He'll make his 7th appearance on the hill this year with a 3-2 record, an ERA of 3.36, has struck out 28 and walked 12 himself. 25 hits allowed, 16 runs, and 12 have been earned. It'll be Chase Schabel getting to face off against him first. Schabel, Gross, Siebenaller. 1, 2, 3 in the order due up with a runner on right now. After Blake Slagle singled to lead off the inning, Carson Tedrow is at second, running for him now after there was a pass ball, and he is hoping for a chance to come home. We'll see if Chase Schabel can provide it, maybe Jackson Gross. Carroll 4. Kuemper scoreless. I think if you would have polled the crowd tonight, I don't know if too many people would have predicted Carroll would be leading Kuemper in a shutout late in the game.
Carroll's been playing really well tonight, and you like the way you've seen from Stone on the mound. Even Sundrup pitched a good ball game tonight, too.
For Carroll, they've had some tough outings the last few days. It feels like they're trying to right the ship, maybe taking out a little frustration on the bat tonight, and it's working out so far against a crosstown rival.
They've been aggressive in the box all night.
Chase Schabel, 1 for 3 tonight, singled in the second. First pitch from Nurl, fouled away behind the home plate. And Jackson Gross will corral that one. Carson Tedrow, he's got a DH for him tonight. He's been playing at second base. He's the runner at second right now with an 0-1 count, 1 out. 4-0 is our score, with the Tigers looking to add to it in the bottom of the 6th. Pickoff attempt from Nurl. Over to Ryman at second, safe. Sliding in, Tedrow will get there first.
Honlos did come in to play third, Potabom over to short.
Mackey Motors post-game show on the way at the conclusion of this one. We'll hopefully grab some post-game interviews with both teams, and we'll name our Culver's Player of the Game, celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. A strike from Nurl for an 0-2. Culver's welcome to Delicious. Schabel behind in the count, 0-2. Looking for his 12th hit of the year. He's got 6 RBIs, a runner on second to work with. Drop strike 3. They're going to toss it over to second. He slides in safe. Must not have been a drop strike 3, because Schabel has retreated to the dugout.
I think they tagged him.
Okay, there you go. So that'll be out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts from Sundrup and Nurl to Peterson and Schabel, and now with 2 outs. Kuemper's hoping to get out of the inning with a 4-0 deficit to go to the top of the 7th. If you're Carroll, you got 1 on, and you're going on anything, and it's Jackson Gross looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3, but 1 or 2 RBIs, depending on how you look at it.
He drove in a run his last time up.
Yep. And the toss from Nurl, bottom of the zone, evens up the count, 1-1. I'm a little hazy on the details. Earlier when he sent one out to left field, we gave it an error, but even if it was a catch by the left fielder, I think the third base runner would have come home So I split the difference, and I called one an RBI, one not. That may be incorrect. I'll have to do some digging after the game to find that exact scenario. But 1 or 2 RBIs either way for Gross tonight, as he has a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Stone Siebenaler, 1 for 2 is on deck. This could drop into right field, but a nice effort from Sundrup from his right field position. He ended up closer to center field to haul it in, and that'll be the final out of the inning, and Carroll's hoping that's all that's needed from the offense tonight. Kuemper hoping that we see the Tigers again in the bottom of the 7th. We'll see what happens. We go to the top of the 7th. Carroll looking to finish off the Knights. It's a 4-0 Tiger lead, and you're listening to 93.7 KKRL and streaming with the CB Sports Network on YouTube.
Area high school students have several college courses available to them at the DMAC Carroll campus and the Templeton Regional Center. The courses and books are available to students at no cost. High school students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credits can be a part of your high school plan.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
Back in the Gatorade broadcast booth, you are listening to 93.7 KKRL, also online at sports.carrollbroadcasting.com and on the CB Sports Network app, also streaming on YouTube tonight at the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube channel. It's good to be with you tonight. I'm Nick Brinks alongside KC Miners. We've got a Kuemper and a Carroll grad in the booth tonight. We joked in the pregame, we don't know the last time that happened for this matchup, but we also joked it's the first time ever. May or may not be, I don't know. I know Jeff Blankman didn't go to Carroll or Kuemper, so it's probably been a while. Stone Siebenaler trying to pitch all 7 innings in a shutout, and he'll miss on the outside, top of the order for the inning anyway. 5th overall. It'll be Ryan Sundrup leading off, Thomas Potabom and Noah Ryman. They'll have the middle of the order. Here's a line shot left field. Chase Schabel chasing it back into the shadows for out number 1. Now the Tigers are 2 outs away from a win over the crosstown rivals. And this has been a pretty lopsided matchup over the years. Since 2016, Kuemper has lost just once. It was that one Carroll win in 2020, 24-10 that year, all kinds of offense. If I remember right, I don't think Jeff Blankman got done with that game till like 11 o'clock at night.
It was a late night.
It was a late night. 0-1 is the count. Siebenaler with 1 out, a 4-0 Tiger lead, fouled away, back behind home plate for Thomas Potabom, 0 for 2 on strikeouts tonight. Siebenaler, 8 Ks on the night, and hoping for 2 more outs. 1 out here at Merchants Park in the top of the 7th. Ground ball towards second. Carson Tedrow is there to scoop it, and the throw is not in time. A well-hit ball by Potabom. He drops it in the right spot. It's their first hit since the 2nd inning for the Knights. They got on in the last inning with a leadoff walk, and that has been their only base runner between the 2nd inning and now, before Potabom singled, and it brings up Ryman with 1 out, 1 on for the Knights, down 4-0.
That's right, when you need the base runner, and Potabom runs well. Wouldn't be surprised if he attempts to steal a base here.
13th hit of the year for Potabom, batting .295. Ryman here. He's got one of Kuemper's 3 hits tonight. It came in the 2nd inning. Bats have just struggled tonight for Kuemper. It's a 1-0 count from Siebenaler. The call from Essick is in. Pitch outside. Essick, nice job to keep that one in play. Ooh, they had a chance at Potabom.
If Essick would have realized it sooner, Potabom had a huge lead over there. The throw came back behind Lou a little bit too.
2-0 the count from Siebenaler to Ryman. Righty facing righty. Top of the 7th inning. 7th in the order. 3rd in the inning. Noah Ryman singled and struck out tonight. The 2-0 on the way. A looking strike 1. The lights are on here at Merchants Park. Still enough daylight left, still peeking over the football field. Off to the west, the 2-1 with one out. And a grounder to second. Peterson just has to step on the bag. The double play not going to get there. Luke couldn't get there. They get the first out at second. Base runner will get to second. That's Ryman. Man, Peterson almost got that, but that throw was just a little off the mark, and Luke couldn't get there. It pulled him off the bag.
And even if the throw was on target, runner still might have been safe. I wonder if that's one that Landon's just got to hold and kind of eat a little bit, get the out. You got 2 outs and 1 more to play with.
2 outs for the Tigers. They go for the kill shot. They go for the throw. But still 2 outs, just 1 away with a runner at first, over to second rather. And now Siebenaler will deliver it to Caden Vanami and delivers a strike for an 0-1 count. Vanami 0 for 1 tonight. He's been hit by a pitch.
Might be Carroll's first error on the night.
It is. Runner at second. Knights trying to rally late. Top of the 7th with 2 outs. And Siebenaler fires it upstairs for a 1-1. Carroll 4, Kuemper 0. Top of the 7th inning here on 93.7 KKRL. Vanami and Bauer. If Vanami reaches, Bauer is on next. But the pitch to the outside corner from Siebenaler for strike 2. 1-2 with Siebenaler 1 pitch away, perhaps, from a shutout win. Caden Vanami with a runner at second. Knights trailing 4-0. Stone Siebenaler delivers the 1-2. It's a looking strike 3. And Stone Siebenaler strikes out 9 in a shutout victory over the Crosstown Knights. Their first win over Kuemper since 2020. It didn't take 24 runs this year. It only took 4. And the Carroll Tigers get a huge win at home tonight over Kuemper, 4-0. Mackey Motors postgame show is coming your way next. Together Let's Drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and online at MackeyMotors.com. And we'll name our Colders Player of the Game. That's all on the way. You're listening to 93.7 KKRL's baseball coverage live from Merchants Park as the Knights fall to the Tigers. Carroll picks up their 8th win of the year.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Back in Merchants Park after a 4-0 Carroll win tonight, their first over Kuemper since 2020 in the crosstown rivalry. And it's our Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads, and together let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, online at mackeymotors.com. Carroll unofficially finishes with 7 hits tonight. Kuemper with just 3 in a 4-0 shutout. And we will chat now with Kuemper's Ryan Sundrup. He has joined us here on our post-game show. And Ryan, you and the Tigers have both kind of struggled here the last few days, but Carroll came out and their bats were working pretty well. Did you see this coming? Did you think being shut out was a possibility tonight, or what were you guys kind of expecting coming into tonight compared to what you saw? I feel like we saw a very surprising performance from this Tiger team tonight.
Obviously, getting shut out is nothing anybody wants, but I mean, with the slump we've had the last couple of games, we're just trying to fight and get out of it. So I mean, I wouldn't like to say that I saw it coming, but we just, with the slump we've been having, we just need to find something to get out of it, and tonight just wasn't the night.
You pitched so well this season, really pitched pretty well tonight too. There were a few errors that allowed them to get some extra runs. It'd be kind of interesting to see if you take the errors out, it might be 1-0, maybe 2-0, and see how that 7th inning shakes out. But what was your game plan coming in pitching tonight? You go 5 1/3 innings.
For us, it's always throw strikes. That's the main goal. And really just that my plan usually most games is just have them put it in play, let the defense work. If I can get strikeouts, that's awesome because it really helps. And tonight, the defense and just everybody kind of struggled a little bit. I don't think I really pitched my best game today. So just with the errors, I think the errors kind of helped Carroll get some hits, gave them some momentum to just keep rolling, and we kind of couldn't find anything.
And then let's talk about batting-wise, kind of a tough night for you guys. I had Kuemper with 3 hits. Stone Siebenaler pitched really well. What was he doing on the mound tonight that just kind of had you guys guessing a little bit?
Like I said, we're just in a slump. I don't really think it was anything really too special. He was just throwing fastballs, and we just weren't putting the ball in play. And I feel like if we could have put the ball in play, we maybe could have had them get some errors and maybe score some runs ourselves, but we just didn't put the ball in play.
You get to wrap up the regular season. You'll finish a game with Denison Schleswig on Thursday and then play a second game as part of a doubleheader, and then the postseason's just around the corner. So you get one more night out on the field for the regular season. What are you guys hoping to accomplish between now and then on Thursday to get you guys ready for that Tuesday opener in the postseason next week?
On Thursday, hopefully we can just get the bats rolling. That would be ideal. Get some hits, maybe rack up a lot of runs, just get some momentum going in the postseason, and have a really clean defensive game to just help us feel better going into the postseason so we're ready to go.
Ryan Sundrup, appreciate you joining us here on our Mackey Motors postgame show.
Thank you.
Ryan Sundrup pitching for the Kuemper Knights tonight. Unofficially gives up just 1 earned run of the 4. 7 hits, strikes out a couple, walks 1, hit 1. And when you're losing pitcher unofficially has an ERA of 1.31. You're usually feeling pretty good about how the game shaped out. Unfortunately for Coach Bach, as he joins us now on the post-game show, the bats just couldn't get going tonight. Been kind of slumping a little bit offensively this last handful of games, as he talked about. Just talk about the night, and just things weren't quite working for you guys a little bit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to have it on a night like this, but yeah, just kind of in a bad spot right now at the plate. We're working through a few things top to bottom, and I just kind of told the guys before the game and after the game that right now we're kind of just working on ourselves and kind of keep grinding and try and put the best at bats that we can. And unfortunately, it didn't produce to a whole lot tonight, but we'll kind of just keep plugging away and see what we can put together here at the end of the year.
You get to finish off a game Thursday with Denison Schleswig, and then you'll turn around and turn that into a doubleheader. Remind me where you guys are at in game one. That'll start at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we're bottom 4, up 5-0. So in a good spot there. Hopefully we can kind of finish that one off and finish things off with a good couple wins there on Thursday.
We'll have that covered for you on the CB Sports Network Thursday as you guys wrap up the regular season. And then 1 week from tonight, right about now, you guys will be on the road back, a long road trip from Forest City, a 5 o'clock game one of a doubleheader up there. You'll take on either Manson Northwest Webster or Esterville Lincoln Central. They'll face off Saturday, and then you take on the winner of that matchup Tuesday. Between now and next Tuesday, obviously you've got the games Thursday. More batting practice, or what? More swing in the bat in practice? What are you guys hoping to do here just to get kind of that batting slump behind you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot that we need to do. Just try and simplify it the best that we can, but it's just getting reps. Tomorrow we're going to have our first practice really in quite a while, so I doubt the kids are looking forward to it, but I am. Try and get back to the basics a little bit and just try and find ourselves here in the next week. I told the guys that they've shown the potential. They know what they can do. It's really just kind of doing it again and, kind of find some confidence and stuff like that. And, it's a new season next week, so just kind of keep working on ourselves and see what we can kind of put together here in the next week and keep plugging away.
Kuemper head coach Riley Bach joining us on the Mackey Motors post-game show. Before I let you go, as a Kuemper grad and now a Kuemper coach, talk about this rivalry. And I know you guys didn't get the win. You wanted to have the upper hand tonight, but what this matchup means for the schools.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun on the other side of things, that's for sure. But, it's great. I think it's great for the town. It draws a big crowd for both schools, and to play on such a beautiful ballpark like this and, get a bunch of fans here. I think it's awesome. The kids really enjoy it. Especially something for us, it kind of gives us that little playoff atmosphere for next week. So the pressure's ramped up, the excitement, the atmosphere, everything's just a little bit more ramped up than a regular season game. So it's a ton of fun. Win or lose, you still have a lot of fun playing this game. So something I always enjoy, playing those guys. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Coach Bach, appreciate your time here on our postgame show.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Go Knights.
Kuemper head coach Riley Bach as they fall to Carroll tonight, a final score of 4-0. We'll hopefully grab a Tiger interview or two as well, as it was a really just a darn good night for the Carroll Tigers, as the 4-0 win will snap a 5-game losing streak for the Tigers. They'll pick up their 8th win of the season, and for Kuemper, they drop back to 500, 13-13, and Casey Miners joins us once again here on our post-game show thanks to Mackey Motors. Before we name our Culver's player of the game, let's talk about this one. Carroll's bats, they were going. Kuemper's struggled. Errors were really costly for Kuemper tonight, and Stone Siebenaller's on his way up to chat. He had a heck of a night.
He did have a heck of a night. 7 innings pitched. What'd you have? 9 strikeouts. Only gave up 3 hits, pitched a shutout. I don't know the last time Carroll pitched a shutout. We talked in the pregame. I said I think if Stone can get his pitching going, it should be a pretty good night tonight for Carroll, and he definitely did that as he's on his way up here.
And no surprise, he is our Culver's player of the game. We will grab a word with him now. Stone Siebenaller of the Carroll Tigers. An excellent night for the senior as he picks up one of their, 7 hits offensively as he goes 1 for 2. But it was his work on the mound tonight that earned him Culver's player of the game. He pitches all 7 innings in a shutout, gives up just 3 hits. 9 strikeouts. And Stone, congratulations on our Culver's Player of the Game. That was a performance worthy of some frozen custard. Talk about this 4-0 win and just how much this means to you to beat Kuemper here at Merchants Park.
Means a lot. Playing on this field the last 4 years, playing against Kuemper each year. And it was a great final outing for me and the Carroll Tigers. Haven't won in 4 years, and so very proud of this team to come back and get it done on my senior year.
I was going to say, you were probably, were you an 8th grader the 24-10 year, or were you just coming out of 7th grade then?
Yep, 8th grade.
Okay, so you were in 8th grade that year, the last time Carroll beat Kuemper in baseball. It didn't take 24 runs tonight. It only took 4, and your pitching tonight was a big reason why. You pitched a shutout. Of your pitching performances in your varsity career, where does that one rank?
At the top.
Maybe at the top,
yeah.
So congratulations on that. What were you able to do? Were you being consistent or with your pitches as far as just kind of rotating through a few, or did you find that you were having some success with a pitch or two more than others?
I'd say I was more just anxious for this game, ready to get back on the mound after not throwing for a while. And it's a game I wanted, the whole team wanted, and so I came out throwing right away. I was able to locate my fastball all game. Weren't able to hit much. I was throwing them off with different pitches, and I was just hitting spots the whole game.
You get the 4-0 win tonight, and it comes after a tough stretch. We chatted with you after the game last Thursday. You had a 9-1 win over South Central Calhoun. Struggled Friday and Monday, but a win here tonight against Kuemper, that probably makes you guys feeling pretty good, or makes you feel pretty good. Coming up, you've got Gilbert. You're on the road tomorrow, it looks like. You'll make that hour-ish trip up there. Regular season's winding down. What are you hoping to bottle up from this one to take over there?
Yeah, just like you said, we were coming from a rough patch of the year, a couple losses, and so this was a big game for us to come back and win. Like I said, we all wanted it. We were in the game the whole time, and we hope to keep that energy throughout these next 3 games and carry on into districts.
Outstanding performance from you on both sides of the plate tonight. You pick up one of the team's hits, and you also deliver a shutout. 3 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts. You get the win, Stone Siebenaller. Appreciate your time here on our postgame show.
Thank you.
That's Stone Siebenaller, our Culver's Player of the Game, celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. And we'll grab a word with Coach Josh Lukin after he and Stone Siebenaller share a hug up here in the Gatorade broadcast booth. I chatted with you last Thursday. You had a 9-1 win at home. You get a 4-0 win tonight. And it was senior night Thursday. You brought all the seniors up to chat, and one of them had an outstanding night on the pitcher's mound. That had to make a head coach smile quite a bit.
Yeah, he's been battling a little bit of injury this year, so we're glad to see that he was able to pretty much go full boat all 7 innings tonight, throw a shutout. We feel like he's been our ace the last couple seasons, and he's a real solid pitcher, and every time we got him on the bump, he gives us a great chance to win. So,
unofficially, I have the team with, I think, 7 or 8 hits tonight. He picked up 1. Chase Schabel, Talon Crandall, Mason Stitz, Landon Peterson, all with hits tonight. And then Blake Slagle, 2 hits tonight, first of the year, drives in a run, scores a run. He was fun to interview the other night. He's just such a character. To witness him in the DH slot tonight have that kind of performance, that kind of impact on the game tonight, that has to feel good too.
Yeah, absolutely. We felt really good about 1 through 6 all through the year, and then 7, 8, 9, we've always been kind of trying to shuffle around, figure out who's swinging it well and things like that, putting guys into the lineup. But we feel like maybe now this is we got 9 guys that we feel good about who can swing it, put together great at-bats, find ways on base, and get hits.
Yeah, you talk about the bottom 3 tonight, Mason Stitz, Blake Slagle, and Landon Peterson. Mason Stitz, earlier in the season, he was being DH'd for, and he has taken that as a challenge, and he has said, I have earned my spot now. He is hitting so well, had a double tonight. When you have guys like that that can step up at the bottom of the order, you haven't necessarily got all the wins you wanted, but that has to make you feel good too.
Yeah, like Mason was a JV player for us early in the year and swinging all the time for JV, and then playing the field varsity-wise, and then something just got into him the day that we had our Carroll Invitational, and he kind of went crazy, double, triple, single, huge RBIs, and then it was just like, well, we can't take him out of the lineup now because he's just swinging the hell out of it. So he's been kind of riding that the rest of the way, and like when you're 7 holes hitting like 500, I mean, like you don't feel bad about him coming up to the plate at all.
A 4-0 win for you guys. First win over Kuemper since 2020. And I can't remember, were you an assistant at that time or were you not here for that?
I was not here for that yet.
So you didn't need 24 tonight to get the win because Stone pitched extremely well. 4 runs is enough to get the job done. What does it mean to you as head coach in this rivalry to get a win like that over Kuemper?
Yeah, you know, we don't put a whole lot of stock into like rivalry games or things like that. We just approach each game with the mentality of go out and win the ball game. And but to beat this one, I know it's special for our kids. I know it's special for everyone that was here tonight. It's a big rivalry in this town, and to be able to pull out a win in my first year as head coach, it feels really good.
You got a bunch of conference games left. You've got Gilbert, ADM, Bondurant, Farrar all coming up in the regular season. Still looking for that first conference win. Any of those games down the stretch that you think, if it's going to happen, that might be the one that we have circled, or all of them winnable? What are your thoughts down the stretch here?
Yeah, so we played Gilbert close here the last time that we played them. ADM, we played them close 4-1, and then Bondurant game kind of got away from us a little bit. But like we feel like those 3 conference teams, like we can go beat them with the right guy on the mound, and we have pitchers that can throw strikes. And you know, obviously we're probably not throwing Stone on Tuesday against Bondurant, but we have pitchers that can go out and compete and will be in those ball games.
And if I remember right, that 4-1 ADM game, was it tied at 1 going to the 7th or something?
Yeah,
something like that?
I think it was 2-1 or 1-1, and then they scored 3 in the top of the 7th to make it 4-1. So it's like we were right there the whole way with ADM. So,
well, congrats on this big win for you guys tonight. Really all facets of the game. A clean game defensively. You hit well. Great pitching. Nothing more a coach wants than that.
Yeah, huge play by Landon Peterson up there on the middle to try to get that double play at the end of the game, and then even the one that he tracked down for the 3rd out of the inning, we just felt like that was really huge and asked him to step up tonight and say, hey, I need you to go play shortstop even though you haven't played there all year.
Oh, yeah, he's been at 3rd most of the season.
Yeah,
that's right.
He has been at 3rd. But, you know, after BP this morning, we went over to the turf and we took extra reps on ground balls and things like that. And so these kids have worked really, really hard to get to this point. And so Tigers aren't done yet.
Well, congratulations on this one. You guys go soak it up and then hit the road over to Gilbert tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel like we've been on the bus a lot.
Thankfully, not 3 games in one day. You're done with that.
Yes. Done with triple headers for the year.
And double headers, I assume. I don't think any more double headers,
Done
right?
with the varsity double headers.
There you go.
1 game at a time.
That's Josh Lukin, head coach of the Carroll Tigers, as they get a 4-0 win over Kuemper tonight here at Merchants Park. Again, Stone Siebenaler is our Culver's player of the game, celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Let's take one last break. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Merchants Park after Carroll's 4-0 win over Kuemper.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Back at Merchants Park to wrap up our coverage tonight on 93.7 KKRL and on YouTube with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. A 4-0 shutout victory for the Carroll Tigers tonight. Stone Siebenaler on the hill. 7 innings pitched in a shutout, gives up just 3 hits and 9 strikeouts. He is our Culver's player of the game, celebrating 40 years in business and 13 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Let's run down our final stats unofficially, of course, as Carroll gets the 4-0 win. They out-hit Kuemper tonight 7-3. Kuemper's 4 errors to Carroll's 1 were pretty big for Kuemper. There were a few unearned runs because of those errors. Could have been a lot closer, perhaps, and a close contest in that final inning without those, but that's part of it. And as far as leaving guys stranded on base, pretty even. Carroll leaves 6 on, 3 in scoring position. Kuemper leaves 5 on, 3 in scoring position. For Carroll, they scored 3 runs in the second inning and 1 in the fourth as Kuemper went scoreless. For Kuemper, they get 3 hits tonight. Landon Potabom, Thomas Potabom, and Noah Ryman all with singles. Mason Nurl was walked. Caden Vanami was hit by a pitch. And for the Tigers offensively, Chase Schabel goes 1 for 4. Jackson Gross 0 for 2 with an RBI or 2. Stone Siebenaller finishes 1 for 2 with a walk. Carter Essick 0 for 3 along with Braxton Liu. Talon Crandall 1 for 2. Mason Stitz 1 for 3 with an RBI double and an RBI and a double. Blake Slagle 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. And Landon Peterson 1 for 3. A couple runs scored and a couple very impressive defensive efforts on tosses to first in this one. On the losing side of things, Ryan Sundrip goes 5 1/3 innings, gives up 4 runs, 1 earned, 7 hits allowed, strikes out 2, walks and hit 1, but comes up with an ERA of just 1.31 tonight. Wasn't quite enough for Kuemper. Mason Nurl finishes the game off going 2/3 of an inning and striking out 1. Alongside KC Miners, I'm Nick Brinks. It's been fun bringing this one to you on 93.7 KKRL and on YouTube with the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Tonight's broadcast has come your way courtesy of the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network on 93.7 KKRL. I'm Nick Brinks. So long from Carroll's Merchant Park. Congratulations to the Carroll Tigers, a 4-0 win over Kuemper, and Stone Siebenaller